What's up, everyone? It is me, A back on the video. Today, it's got a little special one for you. I'm going to be showcasing all of the swords that are currently out at this moment, all weapons. That includes from boss weapons that I have, and in the future, all the newer ones that are coming out. I think the update for MAKI is coming out tomorrow of the making of this video. So whenever her weapon comes out, if she has a weapon, then I'll go get it, and then I'll do another video just on that weapon. But with that out of the way, the first sword is the I think it's called the Emperor. I made a little mistake. What's the sword called? The little pop in here. This sword. That sword is not the first sword. I messed up. And the first sword is actually right here. So you buy it, it costs 500. It's the Slaughter Demon. The first move you get is at level 5, and the only move you get is at level 5. So what it looks like is just this. And the M1 is just normal M1. There's nothing unique about it. It's just, yeah, that's all it does. Now let's see what happens when I hit a target. Yeah, so it does all the dashes along the path. So that's actually the first weapon. I am sorry that I messed up there, but that's the first weapon. Sorry, but let's get on with the video. I don't know, it looks like a just normal sword, but that's sort of there. The first move is called Heavy Slam, so as it says, it's just slam down on the ground. Second one is Blade Storm. That is the first sword out of the way. Now I'm going to show you the location of the sword. So starting from here, I'm going to fast forward it to where the sword is. Right here's the guy. He'll give you the sword. Oh hey, Itadori spawned. Anyway, you have to kill the flying head cores and then the fire floating head cores, and you gotta get the spiritual infused wood. So the flying heads are from these guys. See, this is just flying heads. And from him, you just turn this way back where you came from. And you might see like a little firehouse right there. Those are where the fire heads are. So you just come up here, and there's a quest right here that you can do to get the head. So you just kill them and get the cores. Okay, so from right where he is, this is to get the last part, the spiritually infused wood. You want to turn around, go straight this way, and you'll see this big tree right here with a little exclamation mark. You want to go up to this guy and talk to him. Then you'll ask you to deliver wood, and you'll say yes, and then all you have to do is follow the arrow. All you gotta do is follow the arrow, and you cannot dash, you can only jump like this. So it is a long and tedious task. Then once you bring the wood inside the village, come up to this guy and then give it to him, and then he'll give you 3 spiritual wood. So it would only take you a couple of times before you get it. The next weapon we got is called the Mantis Edge. So the first move is a bunch of slashes. Second move, I will show that one on one of these guys over here in a second. Third move, kind of like Virgil. This sword's kind of like Virgil in a way, but the second move, let me show you again. As you can see, it does like a bunch of slashes whenever you dash towards them. I'll show you from the starting location from right here to go to where you need to go. So I'm going to fast forward it. Once you make it to the swamps, you want to take a right, and then he'll be sitting right here on the little log. Now, these are the things you need. You need the grasshopper core, and you need the frog cores. Then you also need the slimes, which the slimes are easy to get. The frog cores are just these guys down here. As you can see, I'm doing about 150-ish damage. Then the grasshopper cores, it is from a boss, so it might take you a little bit to kill him if you don't have anyone helping you. But there he is right there. So yeah, he did quite a bit of damage. But as you can see, it's a 45% chance of getting it. That is where you get the core, you get from him. It is a drop chance, so it might take you a couple of tries. But I think you only need one from what I remember. Yeah, you only need one core, but you need 10 slimes. They are just all scattered around. They just look like that. They're all going to be inside the swamp area. So just in this area. So all around there, one there, a couple up there. So I think if you just make one loop around the entire swamp area, you should get at least 10, enough to get you the sword. So with that out of the way, I'm going to go on to the next melee weapon. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so welcome back. Now we're still in the swamp area. This is the second weapon, the Cursed Spear. So the first move is just multi-thrusts like that. The next move is just a spin move with a slash at the end. The next one I need to grab an enemy for. The next one is a grab move. So I think it only works on smaller enemies or human-shaped enemies. I don't think it works on the big bosses like the finger bearer or the troll. I don't think it works on anything bigger than those guys. So from here, I'm going to show you exactly where to go to get it. So starting from the swamp, you just want to take down this road. Okay, so from right here, you want to go behind this portal, keep going straight, kind of walk towards that cave, but we're not going to go in it. We're just going to go towards it. Now you might see her right over here. Do you want to come up here? Talk to her. Now she's going to ask you, this is quite a lot of stuff, quite a lot. So we're going to need the core lizards, the beetle cores, and then the crystals. I'll show you where to get every single one of these. So the lizard core is just right over here. So you just want to take to the right of her. And you might see it right there. There's the lizard. So it is a 25% chance of it dropping. So keep that in mind. See, as you can see, that grab technique did not work on it, but it still did damage. It just won't grab it. I'm gonna cut back to whenever I killed it. See, as you can see, I did not get it, but I got the coat. But you can also do this mission along with it to get XP and stuff to try and get the course. Now for the beetles, it is these guys. So now for the crystals, I'm gonna go back over to her and I'll show you where to get the crystals. So from her, you want to take a left, and there's another cave right here. So the crystals will be in here. They will be stuck in a mushroom. There'll be these things, these crystals right here. Whenever you collect one, you'll get 3. I don't know if it's a guarantee of getting 3 all the time, but they're just all throughout this cave. So it is a guarantee 3 each time. So there's 2 locations right there. Another location right there. Another one. There's another one. I don't think there's any inside this boss room. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Oh wait, no, there is one right here. So instead of going straight around like that, you can just go straight to the left right there in that corner. I don't know the exact spawn time of each of those crystals, but they're there. They're always there. I don't know how often they respawn, but once you collect them, you can just go farm those heads and then collect them and farm the heads, which is those floating demons I walked by. So you can get XP and grab those crystals at the same time. So there is one more sword that is in this location. So I'm going to show you where he is in just a second. So this is the other weapon you can get right after you get the spear, if you want to get it. So you might recognize the weapon, but the first move is that. Has a very short cooldown. The second move is you infuse it with your cursed energy. The first move stays the same. I think it does a little bit more damage. The second move, I require an enemy. Or the third move, I should say. But you just pull them in, I think, and it does a lot of damage. Yeah. Starting from the entrance of the village, you want to take a left, take a right past the tree, and right here he is. So the way you get these cores is by the mushroom core, which is the big guy. I'll show you in a second. Then the second one is the little mushrooms and the pearls. I'll show you where those are as well. So starting from here, you want to go back outside the front village. So for the small ones, the small guys, you want to kill these guys for the cores, the mushroom guys. So you want to kill the mushroom guys for the cores, these guys. And then for the big guy, the core is just over this bridge. Down here. And to your left. Right there he is. So now for the pearls. The pearls that you need for that. So you want to go straight this way, past this tree. Go back out the main entrance. Then you want to take a right. Then whenever you get to this guy, you want to take a left. Come down this way. And then drop down. You want to talk to this guy right here that sells fish. Or not sells, but he's like, hey, can you take these fish? So then once you grab the fish from him, you want to come over here. Jump this way. Up here. This is the quickest way I have found to do this mission. Just be careful not to get hit. You won't drop the fish. You can't fight back. And you can't switch off of it. So then once you get in here, you want to go straight inside the village. You should have a quest marker on where to go, but I'll show you just in case you just want to know. So you want to go over here, talk to this guy, and then he'll give you the cores. Or not the cores, the pearls for it. Okay, so welcome back. The next sword is, I like to call them fucking solo leveling daggers, because they look like they 100% look like them. But anyway, they're called cursed daggers. You cannot tell me that they're not that. But anyway, the first move, This is a spinning move. The second one is called Tempest Blades, which is pretty much just the same thing. You just run forward, slashing all over the place. So let's see the first move again from top down. Just generic spinning. Now the third move, you just jump up and slam down. So from here, we're gonna go straight this way. Now this is gonna be where the location is. Sorry for that lag spike right there. I don't know why it's doing that. But you just go down in this cave. It's a very short walk. I'm just gonna come down here. There's also other crystals inside this cave for the other girl. But I just like farming them from the other cave because there's heads in there. You can level up and get the crystals at the same time instead of running throughout all this. So you want to take a left. Okay. You don't want to take a right because that's where that boss is. So you don't want to go that way. So whenever you get to this area, do not go that way. Take a left. And you want to take a right. Then you'll see him right here. So now for what you need are the demon head cores from the cave that we were just in earlier, and then the Cyclops, which is also in the same cave. And you also need the crystals, which is 250 of them, which I already showed you where all the locations are. But there are some in here also. So I'll quickly just show you them if you want to farm the crystals instead of like going around. There's one right there. But they're all throughout this cave. And if you want, you can server hop. I'm pretty sure they just spawn in just for you and only you, unless you want to grind levels and farm at the same time. But I'm pretty sure that's all of the crystals in this cave. Now I'm going to show you where the demon heads are if you don't know where they are. So you want to go from her sword, which is just from the other side of the cave. There's the cave that we were just in. You want to go inside this cave. Then you want to take a left. And right here are the demon heads. So you just kill them until you get enough cores for it. And then if you go onto the other side of the cave, on the right here is the Cyclops that you need to kill for his core. With the cursed daggers out of the way, we're going to go to the next melee weapon, which is in generally the same location. Welcome back. The next melee weapon is going to be the frost fangs. So the first move is going to be that. I do know this hits multiple targets as long as they're all within like distance of each other. The second move is just a bunch of slashes, like you're hacking them away. Next move is called Frost Leap. Leap forward and do the same motion again. So I'm going to show you from this village once again. Where to go to fight the boss whenever he spawns. Then once you're up here, you want to go straight. Set your spawn point right here if you need to. Then you want to take a left. Go past the log that's down, climb up here, run forward. Then you'll see this log up here. So you want to jump up here, climb up right here. Then he will spawn right here, right in the dead center. The next melee weapon within the same area is the Jet Black Blade. So the first move is called Shadow Pierce. Pretty much just sends out a bunch of shadow spikes. The next move is Shadow Barrage. which is that. Last move is a shadow pull. It pulls the target towards you. So starting from this village, wow, there's a lot of swords at this village. Well, not really this village, but anyway. So you want to start from this village. You want to run down this path down over here. Then once you get here at this like arena, you can probably see him right over here. I'm gonna come over here and talk. Now the way you get cursed essences, there's two different ways that I've found. One by grabbing chests, and I think killing stuff. The third way is kind of the long way, and I'll show you. I think you get him from killing stuff. Not entirely sure. But you can come over here and do this quest. You'll be like, are you ready? Then he'll say like, hit the target 175 times. Now, required level is 65 to do this quest. You get 35. And what you have to hit is these 6 dummies right here. You don't have to hit all of them, but it does go faster if you do. And it doesn't matter what you have, as long as you hit the thing however many times you need to get the essence. But then once you get it, you just come back over here and talk to him, and then you get it. Welcome back. Now, there is one more sword here at this village that you can get. It's not really a sword, it's more or less a scythe. As you can see, I always run this on on all of my videos I have of this game. So, I think it's the best weapon in the game, personally. There's also another boss weapon that you can get later on in the video that I will show you. They're called the frost fangs. That's the other world boss you can get. So the first move is that. So it only works on humanoid targets. Move is you just throw that, and since it killed him, I couldn't quite show you, but whenever you hit them, hit the target with it, it will pull them back to you when it comes back, kind of like a boomerang. Last move is a big AoE move that hits everything for like 215 damage at max melee. So from the starting village right here, I'm gonna go behind GT2 Tech, go behind the puppet, come back here into this like little arena. And I don't remember his name, but I'll put up a picture of him. He will spawn here and he will drop it. I don't remember the exact drop chance of it, but I do know it's kind of low. That's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.